Chapter 2. Down there? Hayato asked, startled. You want me to go down there? Ryo had brought him to a metallic hatch located in the rocky ground behind the Golden City. Should be easy, the engineer said. We open the hatch, and then you use the rocket pack engines to slow your descent into the shaft. Oh, when you reach the bottom, grab the code and jet back up again. Hayato maneuvered the controls to make the aero booster's arm pull the hatch open. It was completely dark inside, and the hole seemed to go down forever. Ryo kicked a rock into the hole and counted to himself, until he heard it hit the bottom. I'd say about 5.5 miles deep, Ryo said. Maybe a little more. You better get started. How do we know the code is down there? The computer says it is, and it should know, answered Ryo. And if it was buried that deep, I'm betting it reveals something really incredible. Hayato nodded, trying not to look as uncomfortable as he felt. He loved to fly to any height, but he wasn't really big on being in tight places. He decided to make this the world's fastest trip underground. Ryo backed away as Hayato triggered the powerful engines of the rocket pack. The aero booster took a step forward and dropped from sight into the hole. Ryo peered over the edge and watched the battle machine descend until it was lost from sight. Then, he turned and ran back toward the Golden Tower to monitor the aero booster's progress. A few moments later, a shadow crawler battle machine crept up onto the plateau. Spotting the open hatch, its robot pilot steered it towards the hole. One of the shadow crawler's 3 legs reached into the shaft and secured a foothold for itself in the wall. A second leg followed, and soon the shadow crawler was creeping silently into the pit, stalking the aero booster. By the time Hayato reached the bottom of the shaft, he had to admit that the aero booster had performed well. By carefully triggering the rocket engines all the way down, he was able to slow his descent and land safely. I hope it works just as well when it's time to get out, he thought. I sure wouldn't want to get stuck down here. Hayato switched on the battle machine's infrared visor, which allowed him to see in the dark. There wasn't much to see, just the metal walls of the shaft and a pair of huge doors in front of him. He tried opening them using the battle machine's powerful right arm, but they stayed closed. Puzzled, he ran a quick scan. These are blast doors, he realized. They were made strong and thick to resist weapons or explosions and keep invaders out. Let's see how they do against my rocket pack. Hayato maneuvered the aero booster back against the rear wall of the shaft and triggered both his laser cannons. The first shots punched deep dents in the doors, but that was all. It took another round of laser fire to finally blast them open. Beyond the doors, it was pitch dark and totally silent. Hayato maneuvered the aero booster inside and used the battle machine's night vision to look around. He found a control box for the lab lights, but it was completely melted. He had hoped the metal plate with the code would just be sitting here, waiting for him, but there was no sign of it. Like it or not, he was going to have to go exploring. The place looked like one of Ryo's labs. Equipment was scattered all over, some intact, some badly damaged. There were several machines, too. Scanning them revealed something startling. They were all made of gold. Ryo's gonna flip when he hears about this. Hayato activated the built-in communicator. Aero booster to Lab 1. Come in, Ryo, he said into the microphone. There was no answer. Only static. After a few more tries, he gave up. Too much rock between me and the city, he decided. It's blocking the signal. He did another scan, this time of the entire lab. The results showed there was only this one massive chamber down here. Apparently, whoever had built the Golden City had built this place as well, and then abandoned it for some reason. Let's hope they remembered to turn off the stove and the nuclear plasma generator when they left, Hayato thought, as he started his search for the code. The shadow crawler reached the bottom of the shaft just as Hayato moved deeper into the lab. The Devastator robot piloting the battle machine ran its own sensor scan of the lab and the surrounding area. The pilot was not surprised by any of the results. Surprise was a human reaction, after all. But one thing did make it stop and recheck its findings. For just a moment, the scanner had shown that there were 2 living things inside the lab. One was the Exo-Force pilot, of course, but the readings from the other were not like anything the robot had ever seen before. Whoever, or whatever, was down here with the Exo-Force and robot battle machines was huge, powerful, and most definitely not human. Hey guys, be sure to check out the description below for more videos related to Exo-Force, including reviews and a light brick tutorial on my other channel. Thanks!